A very good morning, everyone. It is a privilege and honor to welcome you all to the HR Conclave 2026, organized by Yashoda Group of Institutes, Satara. Today's conclave revolves around the theme Intelligent Workforce 4.0, integrating AI, IT, FinTech, and strategic human capital. This gathering aims to bring together leaders, professionals, academicians, and students to discuss how technology and human intelligence can work together to redefine the future of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here not only to witness an event but to explore ideas that will shape tomorrow's workforce. With the inspiring theme, Redefining Talent, Leadership and Digital Transformation, this conclave promises insightful discussions, expert sessions and meaningful interactions with the industry leaders.
Now, it is time to formally welcome everyone present here. To deliver the welcome address, I would like to invite Dr. Ranveer sir, Associate Director of Yashoda Group of Institutes, Satara, to share his words of welcome.
Very good morning to one and all present here. I, Dr. Ranveer, Associate Director, Yashoda Technical Campus, Satara, on behalf of Yashoda Group of Institutes, welcome all the respected dignitaries present on the dais for this auspicious occasion of HR Conclave 2026, organized by Yashoda Group of Institutes under the theme Intelligent Workforce 4.0, integrating AI, IT, FinTech, and strategic human capital. Respected Vice President of Yashoda Group of Institutes, Honorable Dr. Ajinkya Sagresa, respected Chief Guest of today's HR Conclave, Honorable Dr. Vinod Bidwai sir, Honorable Falgur Mysore sir, he is the Head of Human Resources, Renault Nissan Technology and Business Center, India, Honorable Vivek Ranjan sir, he is the Senior Director of AICT EduSkill Program, Honorable Joel Sebastian sir, Associate Director, HR Video Rise, Honorable Shrikant Jadhav sir, Honorable Satish Kumar sir, Honorable Gorak Karange, HR Manager of Agenda Pharma Limited. Put your hands together to welcome Honorable President of Yashoda Group of Institutes, Professor Dr. Dasharat Sagresa. This HR Conclave. Heartiest welcome Honorable Professor Dr. Dasharat Sagresa, President of Yashoda Group of Institutes. Please join us for this HR Conclave 2026, Intelligent Workforce, Integrating AI, IT, FinTech and Strategic Human Capital. May I now request all the dignitaries to please occupy the seats. Respected dear distinguished industry leaders, esteemed panel members, respected members of the management, dedicated faculty members, dear students, and all the distinguished guests who are present today. A very good morning to one and all. I am standing here to welcome you all to this occasion of HR Conclave 2026. It is a matter of immense pride for me and a great pleasure that the Yashoda Group of Institutes Satara is hosting such prestigious HR Conclave 2026. Your presence today brings together a remarkable blend of knowledge, experience, innovation and youthful energy under one roof. Such gatherings truly reflect the spirit of collaborations between industry, academia and aspiring professionals. And we are honored to have such an inspiring audience that is ready to engage in meaningful dialogue about the future of work and human capital in the era of digital transformation. It is an honor and such a great sense of pride to welcome all of you to the HR Conclave 2026. Today this conclave is not just an academic gathering, it is a strategic platform where industry, academia and future professionals come together to discuss the evolving landscape of human resources, technology, workforce transformation. We are truly honored to have Honorable President, Honorable Vice President of Yashoda Group of Institutes and Honorable Dr. Vinod Bidwai as a Chief Guest for this auspicious occasion. Dear friends, the world of work is undergoing a historic transformation as we have already discussed in the classroom. From the first industrial revolution driven by mechanization to the fourth revolution powered by artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, robotics and fintech innovations, we are witnessing an era where technology and human intelligence are merging to create intelligent organizations. Today, organizations are not only looking for the employees who possess the degrees, but they are searching for an individual who possesses the digital intelligence, analytical thinking, adaptability, innovation mindset, and global collaboration skills as well. In the context of the concept of Workforce 4.0 becomes an extremely important since Workforce 4.0 refers to a workforce that is digitally empowered, technologically skilled, globally connected, and strategically aligned with the organizational goal. Human resource management today is no longer limited to the recruitment and administration. Instead, it has become a strategic function that strives innovation, productivity, and organizational transformation. This HR conclave of today has been carefully designed to address the needs of students of engineering, management, computer application, and pharmacy discipline. The session is planned today for engineering students involved AI-driven talent development for the future of automotive and engineering innovation. Building an intelligent engineering workforce wherein the expert sessions will be delivered in the post-led session. For the management and computer application student, strategic human capital in the digital era and future of work 4.1, managing global talent and digital transformation is the candidate. And for pharmacy student, we have AI, data, and compliance in the pharmaceutical industry, digital transformation in healthcare and pharma. In the panel discussion of today's session, one of the highlights of today's conclave as discussed, the panel discussion on building Workforce 4.1, HR recruitment strategies for AI-driven, data-centric, and globally competitive organizations. This discussion of panel will bring us together experienced HR leader, industry experts who will share their thoughts on emerging recruitment strategies, skills required for the global careers, impact of AI on talent acquisition, and future employment opportunities in IT, FinTech, engineering, and healthcare. Such interactions between industry experts and students are extremely valuable as they bring the gap between academic knowledge and real-world industry expectation. Dear students, you are entering a world where change is constant and technology evolves every day. Your success will depend on not only the academic qualification and the degrees that you possess, but your abilities to learn continuously, think critically, innovate fearlessly, adapt new technologies, work collaboratively in global environment. Dear students, remember that the future belongs to those who are curious, skilled, courageous, enough to embrace the change. Take the full advantage of today's session, ask questions, interact with the expert and industry professionals, and gain insights that can guide your career path. As we inaugurate this HR conclave today, let us collectively commit ourselves to building a future-ready workforce that combines human intelligence, artificial intelligence. Let us work together to create organizations that are innovative, ethical, inclusive, digitally empowered, globally competitive. I am confident that today's discussion will inspire new ideas, strengthen industry academic collaboration, and empower our students to become the leaders of tomorrow's intelligent workforce. In the panel discussion, Honorable Rajvi Hakikar Madam will be dealing with the discussions and will be carrying out the question and answer session from the students. I am so much confident that these words I formally declare, and I wish you all the best. I formally declare that the HR Conclave 2026 organized by Yashoda Group of Institutes is open to all, and I wish all the participants a highly enriching and productive experience. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm and inspiring welcome.
A program becomes truly meaningful when we acknowledge the presence of the distinguished personalities whose guides and inspires us. Now we move ahead with the introduction and felicitation of our estimated guest, whose presence adds the great value to this conclave.
We have esteemed guests. First we have Dr. Redefining, sir. He is a global HR and management thought leader having more than 25 years of experience in HR with 20 years of leadership experience in big India and multinational industries visualizing manufacturing, media, automobile, life science and material science and machine equipment companies. He is currently working with AP Global and Satara Media Group as a Group Director HR. Earlier, he was with Alpha Laval Cluster India, Middle East and Africa as CHRO and VP HR. Prior to this, he was working with DSM India Private Limited as Director HR and was a part of the India management team of DSM India. Vinod sir is a microbiology graduate. He has done masters in personal management from Pune University, diploma in production management, strategic integrations program from Strategy Academy and Strategy HR Management from IIM Ahmedabad. Now, I would like to request President of ISPM, Professor Dashrath Sagre sir, to kindly felicitate Dr. Vinod Pirai sir.
Professional with more than 20 years of experience in the IT, ITES and education sectors. He holds an MBA in Information Technology and has worked with several reputed organizations during his career. His expertise lies in organizational growth, project management, leadership development and transforming education through industry collaboration. He has been actively involved in initiatives that bridge the gap between academia and industry.
Now, I request Vice President of ISPM, Dr. Ajinkya Sagre sir, to kindly felicitate Falgun Nagendran sir. Mr. Falgun Nagendran sir is an experienced HR leader and strategic business partner currently associated with Renault Resort Technology. He has extensive expertise in strategic human resource management, employee relations and organizational development. His work focuses on resource management, aligning HR strategies with business objectives and supporting organization change management.
Mr. Shrikant Jadhav sir, he is a distinguished professional with over 20 years of experience in talent development and organizational development. He currently works as a head of talent development, focusing on leadership growth, skill development and building strong talent ecosystems. He is known for designing innovative learning strategies that align employee development with organizational growth. Now I request Principal of YTC Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Vikram Patil sir, to felicitate Shrikant Jadhav sir.
I request Registrar of ISPM, Dr. Ganesh Survasi sir, to kindly felicitate Satish Kumar sir. Mr. Satish Kumar sir is a seasoned talent acquisition leader with over 13 years of experience in technology and product hiring. He is currently serving as Assistant General Manager HR at Time Bazaar, where he leads large recruitment strategies. His expertise includes engineering, product and analytic hiring across fast-growing technological organizations. He has engineering, product and analytical hiring across fast-growing technical organizations.
I request Associate Director YTC Dr. Randeep Koite sir to felicitate Joel Sebastian sir. Mr. Joel Sebastian sir, he is an accomplished HR leader with more than 60 years of progressive experience in human resource management and organizational leadership. He specialized in building strong workplace cultures and creating exceptional employee experiences.
Now I request Principal of YTC Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Vikram Patil sir, to kindly felicitate Gorak Karangai sir. Gorak Karangai sir is HR Manager at Ajanta Pharma Limited. Now I request Professor Abhijit Kekre sir to kindly felicitate Mr. Rajendra Nimbakar sir. I request Professor Abhijit Kekre sir to kindly felicitate Rajvi madam. Vikram Patil sir to kindly felicitate Vice President of ISPM, Dr. Ajinkya Sagre sir. Thank you, sir. I request all the dignitaries to please be seated.
Leadership is the driving force behind every successful institution, and hence, to share a few motivating words and set the tone for today's conclave, now we invite Dr. Vikram Patil sir, Principal of Yashoda Technical Campus, to deliver the opening remarks.
Very good morning to everyone. Good morning. Honorable Founder President Dr. Yashoda Sagre sir, Honorable Vice President Dr. Ajinkya Sagre sir, Registrar Dr. Ganesh Surose sir, Associate Director Dr. R.D. Mohite sir, Member of Advisory Body, our today's Chief Guest Mr. Vivek Ranjan, Senior Director of EduSkill, Dr. Vinod Bidwai, Group Director of Sakar Media, Mr. Rajesh Nimbalkar, Chief Manager of Satara, other notable HRs from different organizations like Mr. Satish Kumar from Bank Bazaar, Mr. Falgun Nagaradhan from Renault Nissan, Mr. Srikant Jadhav from EPAM, Mr. Joel Sebastian from BDO Rise, and other people, principals of sister institutes, heads of the department, faculty members, and my young dynamic students. In addition to this, you might have listened that in the list of management, we have Dr. Citation for many people. Recently, our President, Honorable Dr. Yashoda Sagre sir, has been awarded the honorary DLEAD degree. This organization is very much quality conscious for the student development. During this academic year, Vice President Dr. Ajinkya Sagre sir got awarded the PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Registrar Dr. Ganesh Surose got his PhD. At the same time, Dr. R.D. Mohite sir, also who is working as Associate Director of YTC, he also got awarded his PhD from Shivaji University. As I mentioned, this organization is very much quality conscious. 8 of the different programs are accredited by NBA, and most of the eligible colleges are accredited by NAC. Whereas the intake of the institute is also increasing, and at the campus level, current intake is around 2,800. Whereas for next academic year, engineering intake will become around 1,200, whereas the campus intake will become around 3,500. So the rate at which we are going as well, we are maintaining the quality also. In this maintaining quality achievements, faculty members are contributing and achieving the different milestones. Here, in the campus, we have more than 50 faculty members with PhD degree, and around 60 faculty members are pursuing their PhD degree. With this, the faculty members are also involved and engaged themselves in writing different research articles into different journals, writing and filing the patents. We got around 50 patents so far granted for the faculty members in the campus. Research, publication and patents are the key issues where people are very much involved into that. The professional development and certifications are also acquired by many faculty members. almost every faculty member in engineering is involved in getting different certificates from NPTEL, as well as the other faculty members are attending different workshops and training programs in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, IoT and Industry 4.0, outcome-based education, data analysis, and advanced excels. Likewise, faculty members have been attending the programs. One of the faculty members have attended the program organized by ISRO. So we are establishing now the connections with ISRO also at the National Remote Sensing Center at Hyderabad. More than 100 faculty members have completed the NPTEL certificate courses as I mentioned, whereas the National Level Best Teacher Award has been conferred for Security Awareness Initiative by Quickly Foundation for the Institute under the program as Cyber Shiksha for Cyber Suraksha. At the same time, Savitribai Phule Excellence Award for Innovation in Higher Education has been awarded to faculty membership. Many faculty members are representing on board of studies of different universities, and many faculty members are working as a reviewer for different journals. Students are also not lagging, they are also excelling in recently conducted, last week conducted the DPEX competition at Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. One of the student group from robotics and AI secured the first prize in the DPEX engineering section with humanoid robot. Then many students of mechanical engineering and got the first prize at Avishkar, a zonal level competition. Basically, this Avishkar is a competition organized by state government for all the universities. University students are participating in it, and our students are also securing prizes into this technical presentations and technical project competitions. As I mentioned, these achievements will go on increasing. This year, we started a new initiative of foreign language training, whereas initially we started with 2 students, and out of 2 students, 1 student got placement in Japan with the background of civil engineering. Mr. Sahil Siude got the placement in Japan for 22 lakh package, whereas his friend will be flying to Japan for interview, which flight is scheduled tomorrow, and 2 more of their project mates also will be flying to Japan in the month of May. So these 4 people, 4 project mates of the 25% civil engineering will be now securing their placements in Japan. At the same time, the next batch of 30 students we are training for Japanese language, which will be getting due for the placement in October 26. At the same time, now in continuation with this initiative, we will be continuing another batch of 40 students. Now this batch will be mainly of computer and AI students. We are waiting the approval from Japanese authorities so that we can start this next batch of Japanese. At the same time, under the leadership of Vice President, we are starting the German language training also, which will be beneficial for AIDS students as well as the mechanical and robotics students. Apart from that, we are very much actively involved into the internships with the EduSkill. So far, our students in this academic year has completed 1,300 EduSkill internships. For the recently opened cohort 15, around 750 students has been enrolled for various technologies, and these internships are being offered by the global leaders into the corporate houses, like it is from Google, it is from Juniper, and likewise in the area of cyber security, in the area of artificial intelligence, likewise. Along with this, we have a tie-up with IIT Mumbai for spoken tutorial program. Many of the students are also taking the certificates from spoken tutorial of IIT Mumbai. Till now, in this academic year, around 1,000 students have been trained for the spoken tutorial. As well, we have institutional chapter for data camp certification. There also many students are getting certified themselves on the data camp platform for the R programming and Python based data scientist programming, Power BI like technologies. The new initiative has been started in this semester with the Ministry of Education and AICT, that is the V-Lab, commonly known as virtual laboratory, where our students will be in a position to access the laboratories of IITs and NITs, and during this semester every student will be doing at least 2 to 3 experiments in the virtual lab mode from the laboratories of IITs and NITs. As I mentioned, foreign language training will also keep on going. The placement statistics are also good. Our students are getting placed in the major corporate houses. Along with the major corporate houses, the students are also getting placed into the government organizations like Public Works Department and Maharashtra Housing Development Authorities. Likewise, places students are getting their future and their career will be doing with that. With this, our students, I will mention that the students are also achieving good, doing good in sports. Our 27 student has represented the university at state level and national level. The student, third year student, Sabre has been participated at the national level shooting championship held at the Ludhiana. Our students are participating at national level with the university team in archery, cricket, football, hockey, judo, taekwondo, table tennis and kho-kho. Likewise, many students have grabbed the gold medal and runner-up positions at the state level and national level. With this, I conclude my information here. Once again, I welcome all the dignitaries here for this HR Conclave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring remarks. Now we move towards an insightful address by Vivek Ranjan Parmanik, sir, Senior Director at EduSkills Foundation.
His work is connecting industry and academia has contributed greatly to developing industry-ready talent. May I now invite him to deliver his address.
Thank you. Good morning all. So nice to see full crowd. I sure you will be getting the much informations from our HR leaders. So before you start, on behalf of EduSkills Talent HR community, I warmly welcome to our HR leaders who all have present today, and I extend my sincere gratitude to the Yashoda Technical Campus who have hosted this kind of event for you people. So I delighted to say that EduSkills HR community is one of the growing platform. During our last 3 months, we have almost 300 plus HR leaders shown their interest and they enrolled. They joined in our platform, and also we are keep adding, and we sure with a mission of adding 1,000 HRs into our EduSkills HR community in the next 6 months. So this is the platform. It was initiated with the support of the Ministry of Education with a vision to build on fruitful HR ecosystem, trusted HR ecosystem between the industry and academy to fulfill the gap, because what the HR personnel they want and how as a academy how we need to build ourselves to fulfill their requirement. So this is the actual main objective. And
today, in this world of this academic world, your faculties, educators' major role is to build on the students' pillar by offering you the training, technologies, knowledge and everything. In the similar way, in other hand, the academic leaders, the industry leaders like the HR people, they are also one pillar. So when two pillars joins and interact each other, so that true transformations will happen, what we believe. Today, this HR Conclave, which is being hosted by the Yashoda Technical Campus, is the flagship of EduSkills HR, Get HR to the campus. Only objective is inviting HRs from different industries, get interact with them and make yourself ready to fulfill their requirement. That is actually another motto and another objective also in this initiative. And one more thing, EduSkills in association with the Ministry of Education, we are in the continuous process of hosting of this kind of event in the different tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Because our focus is, because this is getting one industry HR, inviting one industry person over here is a little bit difficult because more corporates they are focusing to the tier 1 and tier 2 cities. What about actually the tier cities where we are studying, right? So our initiative is to invite the corporate people to your city, for your college, to get, to have some interactions for your learning transformations and your preparedness and all. And one more thing, yes, sir was telling, Yashoda Technical Campus has taken so many steps towards your learning and skilling activities. You happy to know that your Yashoda Technical Campus, your institution is already been associated with 16 global corporate. These are not that means low-level companies. Your company, your institution is associated with the Google, the company like Google, Amazon Web Service, Juniper, Palo Alto, like this actually. So it is not only for the computer science students, but also they are thinking for the core branch students. If it is mechanical branch, who all are the corporate supporting to they are offering their technologies to the mechanical students, to the civil students. I can say ANSYS, Altair, Midas, they are supporting to the core branch students. If I talk about the MBA, the Celonis is one industry which is supporting the many business analytics course and many courses for the MBA and BBA students. In a nutshell, I mean to say, the institution is inviting the corporate industries, offering their content to you. So it is up to you how much skill sets I need to grab, right? Because all are the industries is being associated with you. They are offering their content. It is up to me. I have to learn all those things. In this journey, AICT is also supporting, right? And AICT is floating those technologies in the form of intensive manner. एक साल में 4 technologies you can have. एक साल में 4 cohort. One cohort duration is 3 months of engagement. 12 months, 4 quarter, right? Each and every quarter is having one intensive opportunities from AICT. So it is up to me as a student, I should enroll myself, participate in such a way that in a year I could have at least 4 technologies. During my academic journey, 4 years over here, what is the total value? 15, 16 technology you must have, right? So when you write all those technologies, which is industry certified, industry relevance technologies, all these skill sets are already I completed during my academia engagements. When you are mentioning all those, so the industry people are here, the HR leaders are here, definitely your resume will be automatically coming off through their ATS. You need to think whether my resume will be ATS friendly or not, what are the key technologies, what are the syntax I need to use on my resume so that my resume will come off among the lakhs of resumes. These things actually you need to think. And today the day is for you, because invited 5-6 HR people from the different industries. It is up to you. You need to put as much as questions, whatever in your mind on your, because after this that means panel discussions, post launch actually we will be having one-to-one session, so that there you can put so many questions and try to understand what industry is expecting from you. Accordingly, you prepare yourself and add the skills into your bucket and make yourself readiness to grab the market. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your giving us opportunities, and we are looking forward for the more numbers of similar kind of events with the technical university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such valuable insights. Now we move towards one of the most awaited moments of today's conclave, the keynote address.
It is our privilege to invite Dr. Vinod Bidwaik, sir, Group Director, HR at Sakar Media Group.
He will share his expertise on the topic learning workforce transformation across IT, FinTech and smart enterprises.
Good morning. Honorable Dr. Darshan Sagare sir, Honorable Professor Dr. Ajinkya Sagare sir, distinguished guest on the dais, of the dais, faculty members, professors, and my dear students. It is my great privilege to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me here to have an interaction with you all. Yashoda, Yashoda Group of Institutes. We have a relevance of Yashoda, Lord Krishna, his original mother was Devaki, but he was groomed, and many life skills what he learned, it was in Nanda, while he was with Yashoda. And this is applicable to you all today who are present in this auditorium. It is like your second mother, what you are learning today from your professors, from your directors, from your faculty members. And I would like to appeal you all to use those maximum time to learn, because these 4 years, if you are engineering students, or 2 years if you are management students, is a foundation, is a building block for your next career. Many a times I keep listening from the people, from the students, that practical knowledge is very important. And by doing so, most of the times what I observe, and specifically in urban areas, like in Tier 1 Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore and Chennai, they miss the original academics of 4 years and miss the education, what exactly the foundation. I personally believe that the education, whatsoever you learn in the colleges is very important, and that's why many professionals go back to the colleges to take their executive education. So we should not underestimate the power of education, what we invest during your college days. So first, whenever I go in the colleges, I communicate to the student that these are the years very important to spend on. Because your parents may have some dreams, your teachers may have some expectation from you people, and religiously you should follow those. Today I was asked to speak on learning workforce transformation, leading workforce transformation across IT, FinTech and smart enterprises. But let's understand first what are the global trends, what are the workplace trends, workforce trends, and what are the technological trends around the world. So if you recollect, and you must be reading a lot of news nowadays, one of the fundamental trend is affecting our life is geopolitical tension around the world. You know, few years back, almost 4 years back, this Russia-Ukraine war started, then Israel-Palestine started, and then currently this Israel, Iran, America, and then it is extended to the Middle East. And that is definitely going to have the bigger impact on our life. It already started in our day-to-day life, like this oil and gas prices going up. This will continue. This war may stop, but maybe there may another wars make up. So geopolitical tensions will continue because the countries, the nations will have their own aspiration. Like China is claiming Taiwan, Hong Kong, there is a tension between China and Japan. That will continue always. But that impact always will be on us, and the challenges always will be us, because this disrupt the supply chain, the raw material what we are importing, what the export we are doing. Our largest export is to Middle East, from farmers and all sort of things, because Middle East don't generate anything. They don't have any crops and all these things. So that is exported from most of the times in India and in other Asian countries. Another is about technological changes, what's happening around the world. And I don't need to tell you that what is happening around the AI. Almost every job in our organization, we are doing the research that how many jobs will be displaced, will be made redundant next 3 years. So almost 60% jobs will not be there going forward if this agentic AI take over. Now you are an engineering student, perhaps you may be aware what agentic AI can do. They can do anything. Forget about ChatGPT, Copilot and a small generative AI things. In our organization, we recently started experimenting that how we can, and intention was not to replace the people, but intention was to have the adaptability with the technology. There were 2 people working in time office, attendance, payroll, documentation, signing, compliance. That job is replaced by AI. Now, employees in your organization don't need to go to the HR department. They have to just use the application. All the information is available to them. With the algorithm-based agent, all the information is available. And this is applicable in every job what is coming. There are almost 30 million jobs will be displaced, but new job will also be generated. And that is the beauty of the changes what is happening. That is the thing where we need to learn, relearn, and again unlearn. The way what we are doing yesterday, the study classes, because everything is available on internet. Earlier it was Google, now your ChatGPT, Copilot or whatsoever cloud are, they are working actually your online teacher, mentor, coach. Every information is available. But the fundamental question remains that what sort of information we are consuming. And with this, third global trend is about workforce dynamics, demography, technology, workforce technology. The demography is changing. India is the largest young population. Almost 65% people of the India are below 40. 38 is the average age of India. It's a quite young country what we have compared to Europe and other nations like Japan and China. Now this has something different in mind, because as India is become the youngest country and have a good English speaking community, the student, it is also the great opportunity for us to showcase our talent to the world. But it will not happen when you are actually doing the same thing what you were doing yesterday. So demography is changing. The percentage of Z generation, what like you people, is almost 35% in India, and globally is similar. Now the organization has to think that how those people are relevant to the market. And then other things like people are expecting, and specifically this generation is expecting the lifestyle, the lot of aspiration from the parent and from the student themselves, that what the salary, packages, benefit more, right? So that is the totally, and of course with this small equipment in your hand, everybody, smartphones is distracting, and this need different skills. I'm going to talk more about that. So those are the challenges, and how our businesses are monitored, that is also important, because when you are joining any company, they work on the strategy that which market we should be, what should be the target group, what should be the target audience we should work on. But that is not actually, you have a product and you go in the market, it doesn't happen. I may have a beautiful product, I may have a very strong product, but if the market doesn't need, then there is no meaning to that product. So what the skill set of tomorrow was is very important. So the organizations are not going towards the job role particularly, but organizations are nowadays are focusing more on skills. Skill-centric organization is the future of workplaces. It is not about the job specific. Like most of the time when there are campus interviews, and my colleagues are sitting here, they will agree that most of the times the candidate asks about what is the job description. Job descriptions will go away with this AI. Because what's the written in the job description will be done by agentic AI. There is a famous financial company, you must have heard the name of Bajaj Finance. We get almost 10 calls every day from Bajaj Finance. Sir, आपको लोन चाहिए क्या? आपको ओवरड्राफ्ट चाहिए? सबको आता होगा, everybody. Every day we get credit card चाहिए क्या? That company hired an agentic AI who interacts with the customer. This agentic AI spoke almost 10 crore people in India. And out of that, 3 crores were converted as a lead were generated. And you will not understand that the agentic AI, it's automated. I am doing the experimentation in my organization where the interviews will be taken in my language, in my voice. Because normally I have decided that at last I interact with the candidate for at least 15 minutes. So that interaction will be done, and I can interact with the multiple candidates, and the report comes without biases. Because one of the benefit of AI is they may not have the biases. They may have how the data is fed. So that is the future. After 2-3 years, perhaps you don't need managers. You don't, perhaps in the CEOs. You don't need professors, teachers. The agentic AI. I actually attended one of the conference, and the Harvard professor, his wife could not recognize his voice. He interacted, it was offline. So हमारे पुराने ज़माने में हमने सोचा होगा कि we have people who are visiting multiple like Swami Samartha or Gajanan Maharaj or maybe Krishna presenting in different locations, right? We have seen these movies, hologram and all these things. That is the reality nowadays. The future is not in the future. Future has just arrived and we are living right now in the future. Now the question remains what we will do as a human. It's okay, we learn skilling, reskilling, different programs, doing the academics, core knowledge, non-core knowledge. The AI is smarter than us. It can extract the data from multiple sources, from internet and whatsoever you feed. The quality is much better than what human being can do. Repeated actions is done much better than what we can do. And one of the thing is, if it is trained, the model is trained, we can even remove biases. Biases means what? We have assumptions about the people in the world. It is totally changing the disruptions. And it is unlike the first industrial revolution, second, third, fourth, industry fourth and all. It is totally different. In my organization, 40% job will not be there in next 3 years. And we have to really reskill and retrain those people. We will not have editors, we will not have writers, reporters, videographers, anchors. Everything will be handled by AI. And that's how it comes, that what we will do. And that needs a different skills. So we have to make the cohort with the AI. We have to learn how to live with the AI. And perhaps if humanoids comes, you will not know who is sitting besides you. There are already experimentation going on. Automation, we have seen few years back, our homes are automated. Imagine the situation, I have a refrigerator at my home which is IoT connected. Everything is fit to that. The Bosch has already introduced that. Wi-Fi connected. I have all the information, what I eat, what sort of product is in my fridge. The automatic signal goes to the Amazon or DMart online. If the product, whatever store in the fridge goes down, the automated triggers goes to the Amazon or maybe online and the product is automatically purchased. The same data goes to the insurance company. How much beer drinks you have in the, or Coca-Cola and all these things. So your habits will be tracked. And we are tracked every day where we are going with these smartphones. And then insurance company decides your insurance based on what we are consuming. That okay, what's the healthy product you have in the fridge and all these things. We think that it's the science fiction story, right? It's the reality. Your all equipment at your home are connected, IoT connected. Your fridge are connected, your robots which is cleaning your Eureka is connected, your washing machine is connected, your everything is connected. and it is tracking your data if you are connected to the smartphones. And then if some company comes that I have created a chat agent which will connect with you all, and your insurance policies is automated automatically and everything, you don't need to do anything. Organizations have done such types of experimentation many years back. In one of the organization, we implemented the payment factory to pay the payments of the vendors and suppliers automatically. If your purchase order number is same like the invoices generated, every Friday there used to be automatic payment. The work which was done by the 7 accountant is done only by one person, and that is the office boy who is going to just tick that barcode and scan the copy. Share services concept. Global capability centers. You must be listening a lot today that India is the hub of capability centers. And that payments is happening from the global capability center from Hyderabad. It may be at Pune, it may be in the tier 2 cities because of the cost. And that needs a different skill set, because what human will be doing? Everything is done by the technology, everything will be done by the systems. What we will do? The questions remains there, right? Yes, no. It's not a scary situation. The human being is always adaptable. The change is constant. Only one thing is constant in this world is the change. But the human race, डार्विनचा सिद्धांत आहे तेव्हापासून लागलाय की the person who is the strongest one. The strongest one is who can adjust the situation, who can learn to live with the system. And that's how we all need to invent ourselves. We have to challenge our assumptions. And for this, human being will be there to solve the problem of the society. We have to actually know who solved the problem. Blinkit, Zepto. What was the problem? Problem was we want a product immediately at our home because we are lazy. We don't want to go outside. And those companies actually use that, the business driver of laziness of the people, to solve the problem of that lazy people and introduce the Blinkit and Zepto. Zomato. We don't want to cook the food at home because we are lazy. It is not because of the jobs and all these things. And we put that responsibility only on the women. And that's how the Zomato solved the problem, that immediately the product at your hand. So if you want to be successful in the career, firstly we need to understand that we should solve the problem of the society, of the organization. And India is known for that. Hamara jugaad bolte hain na, jugaad management. So that problem solving is very important. So human being will be there if you are able to solve the problem. If you are there to just do the repeated thing, AI will do that. But if you want to solve the problem of the company, society, then definitely so we as a human being will be not employees. From our transition is happening now from employees to the value creators in the organization. We are looking towards the people as a value creators in the organization. Second, ChatGPT can't interact in a human way. Collaboration is very important. So how we are collaborating with different people, different departments, and bringing them on the table to solve those problems. That is another factor. And by doing this, create a new value for the customer. Because at the end of the day, you may work for the industries, but your salaries are not paid by the industries. That is paid by the customers who are taking the product from that industries. It is not the industries, it is not the HR manager sitting here. It is the customer who pays our salaries. And that's why how we are critically thinking to solve our customer problems. And that employees who is solving the problems directly or indirectly will create the value to the organization, and they always will be employable. Now, in all these financial organization, global capability centers, ITs, there are a lot of right sizing organization. Why? Because there was some talent availability in the market, there was a demand, and the people in those organizations started doing the same job. They never learn. The coding skill is now outdated because it is done by the AI. But the problem is those people that they never learn a different skills. They just started doing the coding. Quality people in IT industries, handling the quality things. It is not no needed people. So how we are inventing in a different skills and creating those value to the organization is going to be important. Now, what are those future skills? And I ultimately is, okay, earlier speaker spoke about the AI and all these things, sensor technology, IoT, all these things will play a major role. But there are many roles in the organization which will be done by the human being. And for this, if you are totally dependent on the AI or shallow knowledge, it is a problem. Unfortunately, we are too much, our span of attention is going down. This Insta and all these things, distractions are so many there. We are not focusing what we want to focus. And that's why it is very important to understand that we need human skill always will be there. And what are those human skills? Those human skills will be there, how to handle the mixed demography in the organization. Like any organization will have a 20 to 40% digital workers working. Digital, I mean to that AI agent. In my organization, our plan is to hire almost 20% AI workers by 2027. It means that the AI agent will be there in my organization. Now I have to train those 80% employees within next 2 years, how they are going to work with this AI agent. And collaborate within the other team members is very important. So it is feeding, training those AI agent properly, giving some, if the person is marketing, he need to train that AI agent properly, and we are giving the technical training programs to them. But doing this, it is also other people, because human value will increase over a period of time. Everything will not be taken over by AI, but there will be new jobs coming. Like still people will get frustrated, there will be disappointments, there will be depressions, and today is also there going on. The young population will face many challenges because of the unemployability and major problems what we are facing because of geopolitical, technological changes. The person who will remain there in the organization, who is strong enough to adjust all these things. And what are those human skills? Cognitive load balance. We are getting lot of information, lot of narratives from media, from social media, WhatsApp. You don't know, somebody says drinking water is good. Drink 2 liters water, 4 liters water in a day. Somebody said, no. Drink what is appropriate to your body. To whom we believe? Somebody said that this political party is against India. Somebody says this political party is only thinking about India. Nationalism. And we have actually fragmented society, caste, religion. We are forgetting every human aspect nowadays. Those are the narratives. Today everybody is framed. There is a framing theory. We are framed by the media. And we think that this person is the great person, this leader is the great person. You don't know behind who is he. And to understand this, we need to understand what information and how we are filtering that information. There is a lot of data available, big data. What we are doing with this data? How we can put the algorithm in place, analyze that data. Any information coming to me is right or wrong. Balancing that is very important. And that is called as a cognitive, because our mind is very busy. There are almost 50,000 thoughts coming in a day. And we don't know what those thoughts are. Positive, negative, narratives. Our today's friends is becoming enemy easily because of the political narratives and religious narratives. But is it the reality? We don't know. And that's why we need to train ourselves to filter the data properly. And there are different techniques. Maybe you can learn those techniques, that how to balance that cognitive load. What is a load? Our brain is very busy analyzing this data, but it is paralyzed nowadays. We can get easily distracted, we can get easily influenced with this social media. And to understand this, we need to understand the language, proper language of communication. Is the social media language, social media literacy, what we call. How this hashtag works, how this collaboration works nowadays. There are influencers and many things. Creative and critical thinking will always be there. The World Economic Forum every year publishes the top skills required, and this critical thinking and creative thinking is always on the top. Emotional intelligence. Understanding our own emotions, tagging those emotions, understanding others' emotions. Is it happening nowadays? We are too reactive. We are not responding, we are reacting. Somebody says something, we just start fighting with the person. At homes, I have seen many people coming, complaining that, घर में कुछ हो गया, उसका impact job पे हो गया. We have made our life so much complex without any reason. Minimalism is the concept practiced by some European worlds, specifically these Nordic countries, Sweden, Denmark, they are minimalistic. If you go in any shopping mall in Europe, you will find only 4 or 5 colors. But when it is in our India, there are multicolors. I never understand the difference. I know only red, but there are different shades of reds available. Specifically, women are very smart in that. I never understood the difference between brinjal and all these things. Red is red for me. It can be any red, only shades. We have made our life so complex, and that because of that complexity, decision making is become very difficult. If there are many options available with us, there is a research, we tend to not to take the decisions immediately. I will give a simple example. My wife goes to the shopping mall. When we go for the shopping, in shopping mall there is a shopper stop, or maybe there are multiple options available. And when she searches something, at the end of the day, she tries everything, but she don't take decisions. She said, nothing is good, I will not take this. But when her friend or maybe some on Facebook, somebody says that these are the saris, 5 types of saris, her tendency is to choose, and she definitely buys something from that, because there are very less options available. And that's how it starts, that when there are multiple options available, we tend to delay the decisions, and decision making is very important, and that's how many organizations are focusing on the decision making skills, that what strong decision we take and how we actually cascade down intuition decision making. So those are the decision making skills still will be relevant, because artificial intelligence will help you to take the decision but will not take the decision on behalf of you. My AI clone, my digital clone will interview the candidate and submit the report to me, but at the end of the day, it will be decided by me to whom I should hire. And that's the beauty of living with AI. So there are three, to summarize with, I will focus on only three things, that how workforce transformation is happening, that there are some AI things we need to work with, the integration which will happen, where our job will be redundant. There will be two things, augment, where augmentation will help you to work with the AI, and third is humanize. There will be still many roles available in the organization. If you have this empathy, critical thing, emotional intelligence, decision making, cognitive load management and social media literacy, and how to analyze, analytical thinking, then definitely those roles will be humanized. So either AI will, what as a human being will, or the organizations are working on, humanize, augment and integrate. If the roles are augment and integrate, there is a threat and we need to definitely learn. I always support that human brain is very capable to handle those changes. I wish you all the best. Thank you for inviting me here, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for that enlightening keynote.
Now, we invite Dr. Ajinkya Sagre sir, Vice President of Yashoda Group of Institutes, Satara.
He will share his thoughts on integrating technology, ethics, and leadership in education. May I now invite him to deliver his thoughts.
Our today's chief guest, Dr. Vinod Bidwaik sir. Yes, he is a PhD holder, but he has not disclosed with you all. Our another chief guest, Vivek Ranjan sir. Joel Sebastian sir, Sadesh Kumar sir, Falcon Nagendran sir, Ashwin Upadhyay sir, and Shrikant Jadhav from the recognized organizations. मी तर म्हणेल आज यशोदा शिक्षण संस्थेच्या इतिहासामध्ये सुवर्ण अक्षरामध्ये लिहून ठेवणारा हा क्षण आहे की जिथे आज एवढ्या मोठ्या ऑर्गनायझेशन्समधून एकाच वेळेस आपण सर्व इथे जमलेलो आहोत. कारण ही जर आपण नावं ऐकली, KPIT कमिन्स असतील, EPAM सिस्टीम्स असतील, रेनॉल्ड निसान असेल, बँक बाजार असेल, व्हिडिओ राईज असेल, आपण फक्त ह्या कंपनीचं काही ना काहीतरी प्रॉडक्ट वापरतो, वाचतो किंवा अनुभव घेत आहे. आणि आज ह्या सगळ्या कंपनीज वेगवेगळ्या देशांमध्ये काम करत आहे. मल्टीनॅशनल अशा कंपनीज आहेत. हजारो लोक ह्या कंपनीमध्ये काम करत आहेत. डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली म्हटलं तर जवळजवळ लाखो लोक ह्या कंपनीशी निगडीत आहेत. आणि त्या कंपनीचे सिनियर HR इथं आपल्या कॅम्पसमध्ये येणं, साताऱ्यामध्ये येणं आणि आपल्या सर्वांशी इथं इंटरॅक्शन होणं एक आपल्या सर्वांसाठी एक अतिशय नशिबाचाच भाग आहे असं मी मुद्दामून म्हणेन. आणि हे सर्व एज्युस्किल्सच्या माध्यमातून होत आहे हे मला फार अभिमानानं सांगायची इच्छा होती. एज्युस्किल्स ही देश पातळीवरती काम करणारी संस्था आहे की जी AICTच्या माध्यमातून, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एज्युकेशनच्या माध्यमातून काम करत आहे. आणि आज साताऱ्यासारख्या ठिकाणी येऊन आपल्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी हा स्नेहसंमेलन घेतलेला आहे. आपल्या सर्वांना इंटरॅक्शन एक पॅनलच्या दृष्टिकोनातून एक कळणार आहे की कशा पद्धतीनं काम करायचं आहे, कशा पद्धतीनं आज इंडस्ट्रीज वाढत आहेत, कशा पद्धतीनं वेगवेगळ्या लँग्वेजेसमध्ये त्यांना काम करण्याचे वेळ येते आणि तरीसुद्धा ते तिथं जाऊन आपल्या कंपनीचे उद्दिष्ट पूर्ण करतात. म्हणजे एका भारतीय विद्यार्थ्याला, भारतीय कामगाराला जर दुबईमध्ये जाऊन काम करायचं असेल किंवा आफ्रिकेमध्ये जाऊन काम करायचं असेल किंवा चायनामध्ये करायचं असेल, जपानमध्ये करायचं असेल, तर त्याला चॅलेंजेस किती येतात आणि ते चॅलेंजेस आपण कशा पद्धतीने सोडवायचे असतात हे ह्यांच्याशी इंटरॅक्शन ज्यावेळेस आपण करतो त्यावेळेस आपल्याला हे कळत जातं. आता तुम्ही पॅनल डिस्कशनमधून त्यांचे विचार ऐकून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. त्यांचे कल्चर्स कसे आहेत किंवा आपल्या फ्युचरमध्ये आपण आपली वाटचाल कशी करायला पाहिजे, आपण आता आपल्या करिअरमध्ये 2 वर्ष 3 वर्ष पुढचे कशा पद्धतीनं आपण स्किल्स ओरिएंट करायला पाहिजे. AIच्या माध्यमातून आपण बघतोय की जेवढं रिव्हॉल्युशन होत चाललं आहे तेवढं रिव्हॉल्युशन आपण जर त्यातल्या काही 10% 20% जरी भाग आपण आत्मसात केला तरी बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी आपल्याला त्यातनं आपलं फ्युचर स्ट्रॉंग करण्यासाठी उपयोगी पडणार आहे. त्यामुळे प्रश्न विचारा. प्रश्न कुठले विचारू शकता तुम्ही? स्किल्स, कनेक्टिव्हिटी, लँग्वेज, परत तिथं स्टे किंवा अनेक तुमच्यामध्ये कुठलाही छोटा मोठा प्रश्न जरी असला तरी तो बिंदास विचारा की तिथं राहायला काय सोय असते किंवा कशा पद्धतीचं तिथं जेवण मिळतं, कशा पद्धतीचे कपडे तिथं घालायला भेटतात, कशा लोक तिथं येतात. तर हे आपण बिंदास अशा पद्धतीचे हे इंटरॅक्शन करण्यासाठी हा प्लॅटफॉर्म इथं आपण तयार केलेला आहे किंवा आज आता सर्वजण इथं आपण जमलेलो आहोत. डॉक्टर बिडवाई सरांनी खूप थोडक्यात काही गोष्टी सांगितल्या. AIचे वाढतं कल्चर, AIच्यामुळं जे काही गोष्टी चेंजेस होत आहेत किंवा कशा पद्धतीनं आपण आपल्या माइंडसेट चेंज करायचा आहे, ह्याला आपण शत्रू नव्हे तर आपण ह्याला आपला मित्र म्हणून कसं जवळ करता येईल आणि आपलेच जे काही हिस्ट्री आहे त्याला आपण एकत्र करून तो डाटा कसा मेंटेन करता येईल. जोपर्यंत हा डाटा आपल्याला माहिती नाही, आपला जो मागच्या 100 वर्षामध्ये आपल्या शिक्षणामध्ये जो झालेला आहे, आपल्या क्षेत्रामध्ये जो झालेला आहे, जो आपल्या पुढं आपण आता जो घेऊन जाणार आहे, जर आपल्याला तो माहिती नसेल तर निश्चित आपल्याला ही अडचण येऊ शकते. आणि हेच AI किंवा डाटा स्ट्रक्चरमध्ये सगळं नोंद केले आहे. आपण ज्या पद्धतीने डाटा आज दिलेला आहे कम्प्युटरला, ते कम्प्युटर काम करायला चालू केलेलं आहे. आता आपल्या ह्युमनॉइड ज्या पद्धतीनं रोबोट्स दिसायला लागलेले आहेत ते काय करतं आहे तर ते आपलीच इन्फॉर्मेशन एक आर्टिफिशियली त्यांच्या चिपसेटमध्ये स्टोअर करतो आहे आणि तोच सगळ्या गोष्टी जे माणसं काम करतात त्या पद्धतीने करायला लागले आहे. मग निश्चित आपल्यापेक्षा मध्ये रोबोटला पगार द्यायचा का असा प्रश्न येणारच कंपनीला. पण आपण त्या पलीकडे जाऊन आपली पण काहीतरी एक माणूस म्हणून ताकद आहे की ज्यामध्ये आपण चांगल्या पद्धतीनं आपण तिथं कॉम्पीट करू शकतो. शेवटी कॉम्प्युटर्स बनवणारे पण माणसंच आहोत आणि आपण त्याला त्या पद्धतीनं त्या पद्धतीनं कॉम्पीट करणं गरजेचं आहे. काही गोष्टी ज्या आपण फॉलो केल्या पाहिजेत, जसं की बिकॉज ऑफ म्हणजे आज वर्सटाईल गोष्टी आपण सारख्या बघतोय किंवा टेक्नॉलॉजी AI ह्या माध्यमातून जे काही आपण अनुभवतोय, आपली कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन पॉवर कदाचित कमी होत चाललेली आहे. तर त्या ताकदीकडं आपण कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन कसं करता येईल कुठल्या एखाद्या गोष्टीवरती, ह्याच्यावरती प्रयत्न आपण करणं गरजेचं आहे. छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टीवरती आपण जास्तीत जास्त वेळ द्यावा. एखादी आपल्याला घरामध्ये एखादी छोटी गोष्ट असेल आणि ती त्याच्यामुळं काही चांगला फरक आपल्या घरामध्ये होत असेल तर तो आपण आत्मसात करून त्याच्यावरती काम केलं पाहिजे. टेक्नॉलॉजीचा चांगल्या पद्धतीने वापर करणं गरजेचं आहे. म्हणजे वेन वी से टेक्नॉलॉजी कॅन बी यूज ऑन द बोथ द साइड्स, बट वी शूड यूज ॲज अ टूल. आणि त्या दिशेने जर आपण त्याचा यूज केला तर निश्चित त्या गोष्टीचा फायदा आपल्याला होणार आहे. अँड ट्राय टू सेव्ह टाईम, कारण की हा वेळ एकदा गेला आपल्या हातातून परत हा येणार नाही. जोपर्यंत वेळेची किंमत आपल्याला होत नाही तोपर्यंत काम करत राहावं. सातत्य आणि काम करणे ह्या दोन गोष्टी माणसामध्ये आहेत ज्या मशीनमध्ये नाही आहेत. आपल्यामध्ये इमोशन्स आहेत, आपल्यामध्ये एखाद्या गोष्टीकडं चांगल्या आणि एक मानवता दृष्टिकोनातून टेक्नॉलॉजीकडे बघण्याची आपल्याकडे जी ताकद आहे ती मशीनकडे नाही आहे. त्यामुळं आपण आपल्यामध्ये बदल करून या आव्हानांना आपण नेहमी तोंड देणं गरजेचं आहे. तर परत एकदा मी आपल्या सर्वांना या HR कॉन्क्लेव्हच्या संदर्भामध्ये जास्तीत जास्त घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करा आणि जास्तीत जास्त प्रश्न विचारा. काय अडचणी असतात, कशा पद्धतीने आपण सोडवले पाहिजेत आणि आपण दिशा आपली कशी धरायची आहे हेच आपण ह्या कॉन्क्लेव्हमधून समजून घेऊ आणि त्या दिशेने वाटचाल ठेवू. जास्तीत जास्त कॉन्क्लेव्हज, छोटे छोटे व्हिजिट्स मी परत एकदा एज्युस्किल्स किंवा सर्व HR कंपनीजला इथं मी आवाहन करेल की आपल्या व्हिजिट्स जेवढ्या मला आपण वेगवेगळ्या माध्यमातून प्लॅटफॉर्ममधून आमच्या विद्यार्थ्यांना देऊ शकाल तेवढे आपण इथं मला संधी द्यावी. ज्यांना ज्यांना वेगळे छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्समध्ये इंटरेस्ट वाटत जाईल त्यांनी एकत्र ग्रुप करून निश्चित सांगा की आम्हाला काही टेक्नॉलॉजीजवरती एक्सपर्टाईज हवी आहे, काही लँग्वेजेसवरती आम्हाला एक्सपर्टाईज हवी आहे. तर अजून आपण ह्या प्लॅटफॉर्मच्या माध्यमातून इथून या वर्षभरात वेगवेगळ्या कार्यक्रमामधून इथून आपण तुमच्या क्लासरूम्सपर्यंत, सेमिनार हॉल्सपर्यंत किंवा वेगवेगळ्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमधून आणण्याचा आपण इथं निश्चित प्रयत्न करूया. म्हणजे ही सिरीज ही कायम चालू राहावी आणि वर्षभर ह्याचे वेगवेगळ्या सेक्टर्समध्ये, आज इथं आपण मेकॅनिकल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, मॅनेजमेंट, फार्मसी असे वेगवेगळ्या क्षेत्रातले विद्यार्थी आहात. तर ह्यांचं इंटिग्रेशन व्हावं, ह्यांचं इंटरॅक्शन आपल्या रिसोर्सबरोबर व्हावं हीच ह्या प्लॅटफॉर्मची अपेक्षा आहे. आणि जेवढं इंटरॅक्शन होईल आपण एक प्रयत्न करावा की ह्या इंटरॅक्शनमधून आपण आपली ब्रांच विसरून दुसऱ्या ब्रांचच्या मध्ये काय चाललं आहे, त्या ब्रांचमध्ये कशा पद्धतीनं काम करत आहे ह्याचं आत्मसात. म्हणजे फक्त आपण आज फक्त फार्मसिस्ट म्हणून न राहता किंवा मेकॅनिकल इंजिनियर म्हणून राहता, बाकी मॅनेजर्स किंवा फायनान्स किंवा ॲग्रिकल्चर किंवा अजून काय कन्स्ट्रक्शन याच्या बाबतीमध्ये कसं नॉलेज घेता येईल, बाकी जगामध्ये काय झालं आहे ह्याच्या संदर्भामध्ये आपल्याला कशी माहिती घेता येईल ह्याच्यावरती अभ्यास करावा. हा या प्लॅटफॉर्मचा आपला आजचा हा उद्दिष्ट आहे. आणि एक नवीन सुरुवात आज यशोदा शिक्षण संस्थेमध्ये झाली. आपण सर्वजण, मी डॉक्टर विक्रम पाटील सरांना किंवा डॉक्टर मोहिते सरांना किंवा सर्व HODs, ऑल द teachers, I congratulate all the students also for participating with such a good number, and will keep the same pace henceforth to bring in more and more knowledge into this. And I thank you. I thank each and every persons present here for this conclave. So I declare this conclave as open, and let us proceed for the panel discussion. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring guidance. We now move towards the panel discussion, which will focus on the theme Building Workforce 4.0, Strategies for AI-driven, data-centric, and globally competitive organizations.
I now request Principal of Yashoda Technical Campus, Dr. Vikram Patil sir, and Ms. Rajvi Halgekar ma'am. She is an MBA by Education, Immigration and Recruitment Consultant at TIC Visas by profession, social entrepreneur and motivational speaker with a strong track record in career development and skill building, with lakhs of followers on her Instagram handle, Pace with Rajvi, and on her LinkedIn. Her work has been recognized by and featured in the Times of India, Financial Express and Indian Express, a recipient of the SSC Indian Fellowship and awards from other national bodies. She has delivered impactful sessions across leading institutions and organizations with deep insight into India's job market and a passion to breach the Employment Act. I now request Principal of Yashoda Technical Campus, Dr. Vikram Patel sir and Ms. Rajvi ma'am to kindly start the panel discussion.
A very good afternoon to all of you, and it's a privilege to welcome you all for this fantastic panel discussion, which is meant under the theme called Workforce 4.0. Now, today we are witnessing a big transformation in the workforce. All of us, actually. Factors like artificial intelligence, data science, all this is transformed in a big way how the companies are hiring, training and retaining the talent. Okay? So now in this scenario, definitely we would like our freshers, students to understand, fresh graduates are coming out, but industry experts still expect something more and something deeper when they conduct interviews. So we would like to, introduce, and we have these global HR leaders with us today. Let's give them a big round of applause. And this is exactly why we are here, and this panel discussion is very important because you as on one side and the candidates on the other side definitely feel there is a big gap in learning and industry ready candidates. So that is the reason this will be a practical insight for the students sitting here today who will soon enter the workforce. Okay, today's students will not only enter the workforce and compete the students outside, they are competing the global workforce because people are working remotely. So they are not just competing the people from Pune, Bombay or Delhi, but they are also competing the people who are working from abroad remotely. So the competition is definitely high. Now let me just give you some figures. 1.8 million engineers coming out of India. Only 20 to 30% freshers considered as work ready or job ready. But let me also give you one very positive side. 60 to 70% freshers get hired from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Let's have a bigger round of applause for that. So the positive side is we definitely have a chance over the people from Mumbai, Pune or people working remotely because we definitely find students working hard towards gaining skills here. Now to fill up this gap, I welcome you all for this panel discussion. Now to start off with, I would like to first ask, this is going to be a slow and steady, and I would like to ask multiple similar questions to others because you are from different industries altogether. So Mr. Sebastian, my first question goes to you. Yeah. And I welcome all the students to participate in this panel discussion. So I would like you all to raise hands and clap when you agree with the answer, when you feel the insight was really strong and very good for you. Okay? So I would like you all to participate. Am I being clear and audible? So let's give a big round of applause to me as well for starting this panel discussion. And a big round of applause to Yashoda Institute for organizing this fantastic platform for you all to fill up this gap. Now global organizations, Mr. Sebastian, today compete with compete also for the same talent pool. Okay. I also want to understand what benchmark practices separate world-class organizations like yours and average employers. And a follow-up question is, what should students start doing during their masters so that masters itself, so that they match those global benchmarks?
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I've been put on the spot. There are a lot of much more experienced leaders over here, and ma'am, you chose me. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's so good to see you, and I always look forward to going on campus because it gives me a lot of energy. So, it's great to see all of you, a lot of smiling faces and all that. So, ma'am, I think you would ask me two questions. One is in terms of what are those best practices we, probably as an organization, we actually do, right, in terms of
Hiring freshers.
In terms of hiring freshers. I think so probably I'll answer this in a very different way. One advantage what we have, right? I mean, if you look at India, or if you look at the kind of demography what we have. So, Dr. Vinod in his keynote speech, he was saying that our average age group is like 30, right? So that's the biggest advantage what we have. The kind of young population what we have, that's a very unique, it actually puts us in a very unique, gives us a very unique advantage compared to other countries, right? And the other thing, like you said, ma'am, Indians, like you just mentioned about tier 2, tier 3 centers, like how people are getting hired, right? So the kind of attitude we have, right, as Indians, we are really hardworking, right? We are very hardworking, and we are known for our jugaad. I know it can have its drawbacks, and that is probably one reason we were able to kind of do really well in the during the time of IT revolution. If you look at the 90s and 2000s, right? I mean, it was all about IT services, but when it comes to IT product, it gets a little difficult because you need to have a very different sort of a mindset, which is research mindset. But that's again a different sort of a discussion. So what we have is obviously one is the age, the demography, and the other thing is we speak English, right? I mean, if you look at other countries, if you look at countries like China, I know they're all catching up. If you look at Southeast Asian countries, they're all catching up. But we do have the advantage of language. We are very hardworking. So these are few things which actually puts us in a very unique position in terms of competing with other countries, right? I mean, other countries' population. The other thing is,
So my follow-up question was,
yeah.
what should the students at that master level be doing to come to that benchmark?
Okay, I wish I had all the answers, but I know if you look at, I mean, every 3 months we have something new coming up, and things are like changing really fast, right? So a couple of things which when I go to colleges, or even when I speak to my juniors or rather the seniors, I mean my seniors, they also keep telling us. And if you look at organizations, one thing is very key. You need to have that learning mindset, right? So you can be a CHRO, you can be a fresher, you can be a mid-level employee. Everybody needs to have that learning mindset, learning agility. That's what we call, because things are changing so fast. So every 3 months a new technology comes up. Something new keeps happening every 3 months, right? So I think that is something which is very important, and especially these days there is no excuse for that, because you have everything available at your fingertips, right? You can be probably somebody from a rural area, or you can be somebody living in a city. And one advantage what we have as Indians is the internet penetration, right? Everybody has a smartphone, everybody has internet connection. So there is no excuse. If you want to study, you have an opportunity to study, right? So I think that is something which is very important, learning mindset. That agility, that is something which you need to have, because even when you enter the workforce, so sometimes I wonder in terms of what's going on, right? And when we hire freshers, when we hire junior folks, we find them really smart, and we actually learn a lot of things from them. So I think that is something which is going to be the key.
Yeah, so I think to understand you better, I think what he is trying to say, and what I understand is, one very good thing is we all have internet connectivity, we all have knowledge on the tips of our fingers. And no matter, so there is no excuse that I am sitting and staying in a remote village and I am not having privilege of having the knowledge or data, right? So there is no excuse on that now. Initially it was, when we started studying and all that, we didn't have internet, we didn't have this database, we didn't have this knowledge, we didn't have, and now you have AI to help you. So this is a fantastic opportunity for all the students right now. One thing is adaptability and making sure that you are adapting to new technologies very fast. And second is being aware that you are having all the knowledge and everything on your fingertips, and you are not left alone. You are definitely on a very positive side of it. Okay. Now, one more thing you said, that we are an English-speaking country and we are a... Out of this, I have one question to Mr. Gaurav. You are into pharma. You also, hire freshers. And I think there are a lot of pharma freshers here. May I have hands up from all the pharma students? Yes. So a lot of pharma students definitely interested in what he is going to give an insight as. Okay. I want to ask you how much English language is really important when you are hiring the students as a fresher. Why I am asking you this question? Because this question comes up to me a lot of times. कि मैडम इंग्लिश किती महत्त्वाचं आहे, माझं इंग्लिश थोडं कच्चं आहे. Okay, so I want to ask you how much important it is for an HR or a recruiter when he is hiring a student as a fresher, and do they have to work on it, or it is okay they don't work on it, or how much they do need to give efforts, how much percentage of their education they should also spend on their English language proficiency. This is my question to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon all. मैम आपने जो पूछा है कि फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में जो भी बहुत मतलब मच मोर हंड्रेड्स कंपनियाँ हैं कि वहाँ की कंपनियाँ जो है कि फ्रेशर और एक्सपीरियंस ये दोनों में जो है वो कैलकुलेशन कराती है. फ्रेशर के लिए क्या होता है कि उनको फर्स्ट ऑफ थिंग जो भी बेसिक जो रहता है सिलेबस रिलेटेड जो पार्ट है उनका डोसेस मींस क्लीनिंग वैलिडेशन या फार्मा रिलेटेड कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट इन्होंने यूज किए होंगे उनका नॉलेज होना बहुत ज़रूरी है फर्स्ट ऑफ थिंग. देन जब वो इंटरव्यू के लिए आते हो तो उनका प्रिपरेशन जो रहता है ठीक है वो लैंग्वेज नॉट मच इन इंग्लिश या हिंदी मराठी यानी लैंग्वेज वो में इंटरव्यू दे सकते हो. हमारी कंपनी में भी ऐसा ही है फार्मास्यूटिकल की मतलब लैंग्वेज कुछ नहीं बट नॉलेज कितना है वो बंदे को वो हिसाब से हम उनको कैच कराते हैं. उनकी एडेबिलिटी कितनी है उनकी लर्निंग थिंग कैसी है वो कौन से कॉलेज से पास आउट हुआ है वो हिसाब से हम उनको कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि बाबा आपने ये सब चीज़ें आपने कहाँ सीखी है उनका सिलेबस क्या है एग्जैक्टली आपके पास में आपने कुछ प्रैक्टिकल किया है. सपोज क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में है क्वालिटी कंट्रोल में कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट यूज किए कि उन्होंने वो हाँ बोलता है या ना बोलता है वही कन्फ्यूजन हो जाता है उनका. जो रेगुलर स्टूडेंट जो रहता है तो एक क्विक रिस्पॉन्स दे देता है और समझ में जैसे बॉडी लैंग्वेज होती है उनकी तो समझ में आ जाता है कि हाँ ये बंदा सही है ये पोजीशन क्योंकि उसकी टेक्निक सही रहती है बात करने का तरीका सही रहता है और क्विक रिस्पॉन्स दे देता है. दिस इज रिलेटेड टू और लैंग्वेज जो है लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज आना तो बहुत ज़रूरी है फार्मास्यूटिकल बट नॉलेज बहुत ज़रूरी है.
I think let's have a big round of applause for his answer as well. Sir, आपने जो बोला बहुत बढ़िया बोला. Knowledge is more important. Language comes secondary. Although language is also equally important. Now, one thing I want to ask you in pharma, what is the gap do you see in freshers and job-ready freshers and non-job ready freshers? अगर आपको उनको बोलना है कि फ्रेशर के जैसे अप्लाई करने से पहले आप ये कोर्स कर लो या ये आपको आना चाहिए तो ये एक दो चीज़ें आप बता दो फार्मा के लिए.
चीज़ें मीन्स क्या होते हैं मैम फर्स्ट ऑफ थिंग जो भी कोई ग्रेजुएट करता है या फार्मेसी होके जो अपना जो सिलेबस रहता है या कोई आगे सोचता है कि मुझे ये करना है वो क्या करता है कि जो उसका ग्रुप जो रहता है सपोज मान लो 10 बच्चे फार्मास्यूटिकल पास हुए और उसका ग्रुप रहता है बोलते हो ना बेस्ट फ्रेंड है मेरा ये फील्ड में जा रहा है तो वो रिलेटेड उन्होंने चूज़ करना चाहिए कि नहीं यार मुझे ये चीज़ मुझे सीखनी है वो हिसाब से मुझे फार्मास्यूटिकल में जाना है या आगे कुछ भी फॉर्म करना है या एम फॉर्म करना है. तो बच्चे ने जो है कि अपना एम जो है वो एम उन्होंने खुद चूज़ करना चाहिए. डिपेंड रहते कि दूसरे के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं रहना चाहिए. आपने खुद आपने खुद अपनी एबिलिटी देखनी है। जैसे अपन देखते दो आईने होते हैं, ये खुद का और एक आईने में अपन देखते हैं, तो आईने अपने को बताता है कि भाई सही क्या है और झूठ क्या है। तो स्टे कंसिस्टेंसी आप में होनी चाहिए, आपके एम्स होनी चाहिए, आपके हुनर्स होने चाहिए। वो चीज़ करने के लिए फार्मास्यूटिकल जो भी बच्चा कोई फार्मेसी कर रहा है या फार्म कर रहा है, बहुत स्कोप है। जैसे छत्रपति संभाजी नगर में देखे जाए तो 50 से ऊपर ज़्यादा टॉप 10 कंपनियाँ हैं। हमारे कंपनी भी बहुत स्कोप है, बट बच्चे जैसा आपका क्वेश्चन वैलिड है, स्टूडेंट क्या करते हैं कि खाली अपना बेस के हिसाब से पास आउट होता है, क्योंकि सब बिलोंग करता है रूरल से, तो उनके पास आगे जाने के लिए मतलब अभी देखिए ये आया, अगर अभी चैट जीपीटी है, क्लाउड है, अभी बहुत सारी चीज़ें, बट बच्चे क्या करते हैं पास आउट होने के बाद में जो सोशल एक्टिविटी जैसे लाइक एफबी हो गया तुम्हारा, इंस्टा हो गया, उसके ऊपर बच्चे ने कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं करना चाहिए। आपको एम को आगे लेके जाना चाहिए। जैसे सर ने बताया कि हमारे जर्मनी में कैंपस में यहाँ से बच्चे चले गए, तो हमें बहुत एनर्जी हुआ, हमें अच्छा लगा कि सर ये बच्चे के लिए कुछ तो, स्टूडेंट के लिए कुछ तो पार्टिसिपेट या खुद इन्वॉल्व होके इतना सारा प्रोग्राम उन्होंने अरेंज किया है। तो ये बहुत गौर की बात है हमारे लिए भी और स्टूडेंट के लिए भी।
So all the pharmacy students, you have heard him well. You need to finalize what exactly you want to do before you enter the market. Okay, not only relying on what your friends are going to do. Try to find a niche, try to find some specialization and go into it. Exactly. Thank you so much.
I would like to add something on the language. Good afternoon everyone again. So I would say that language is not going to be a barrier for the success. Obviously it also goes with the circumstances and the role that you are playing. I will give a simple example. You have a 3 months or 6 months of baby in your home, and no one better understands the mother, right? So the language, there is no language between the mother and the son, but the mother still understand. In the same way, I think the language should be a connection point for us to make the message clear to the other person. Are we communicating it in a crisp and clear way? I think that is something important.
Right. So even if you don't know, you should be able to say, even if you know something and you don't know how to put it in English language,
Absolutely.
you should be able to put it in a right way. Also, I would like to continue with you, sir. I would like to ask you, how much is academic performance, projects and internships, important on the resume when you are hiring freshers?
Right. So that's a very tough question these days. We are talking. I know everyone has seen this picture called 3 Idiots, right? That resonates with this question again. Most of us say that focus on your skill, success will jag maar ke aayega, right? So that's the statement that Amir Khan used. But when it is coming to the corporate, I think the first and clear cut is on the percentages that generally go with in terms of the tier colleges at least. But having said that, these days the shift has been transforming to the skill-based hiring. More than the percentages, I think what is that you can bring on the table is more important and more valuable. Now the second point is, obviously when I'm talking about the projects are always there. You go into the chat GPT and write the project name. Like recently my wife has completed an MBA and I did not have time, so I used the chat GPT, very honestly I'm saying, and I got the entire project within a minute's of time. Now, we have submitted, and when I asked some questions towards those parameters, whatever I listed, it was not answerable. So it's not just on the paper, but are you having a practical experience to support your project? I think that is something which is important. And if these two things, if you are able to communicate with those languages, I think then you will not have this kind of factor of personalities.
Just I want to ask something. See, everybody is mentioning that there has to be hands-on intensives and projects. So now, friends, here we have Mr. Satish Kumar, belongs to FinTech company. FinTech means working on 2 domains, financial sector as well as technology sector. So please explain the procedure for your organization, how you are selecting students for internships, whether you give stipend and how the process happens.
Okay. So we used to run an interview process which is not in a normal way, like how other companies are doing it in the market. So we plan to run hackathons. It's for a technical role. Okay, someone who is experienced into technical, like who's completed CS, IT, information technology in engineering. Okay, for those people. Okay, so we run hackathons. Okay, hackathons is nothing but we give them a real-time problem solving with respect to the information technology. Okay, and how they solve it. Okay, we give them a time frame and ask them to solve it. Okay, so they have to do it individually. Okay, writing programs, algorithms, whatever support they can take. They can have ChatGPT, Claude, any AI tools also. GitHub, they can use GitHub also. Okay, so all those supporting systems we provide them. But ideally, they have to solve a problem, a real-time problem, which they could able to solve it within the time frame which we give it to them. So then obviously, we will select them. Okay, there will be multiple rounds of interview. Apart from that, okay, like we will check the cultural fitment, okay, whether they are really keen to work with an organization like us, okay, the nuances, okay, all those things we will check in the further rounds. But the initial level we do or we run as hackathons. Okay, so through that we check the real-time problems which they have solved it. Okay, and show it to us. Okay, based on that, we proceed further with those kind of candidates and even students. Okay, this is for especially for third year pursuing students. Okay, someone who can able to clear that, and we provide them an 1 year of internship with us.
Awesome. I think this deserves a round of applause too.
It is half answered. 1 year internship you are saying. During that 1 year internship, they may be migrating from one city to other city or maybe on the online mode. Yeah. Do they get stipend, and if so, with your organization, what is the amount?
Yeah, so stipend, it varies, okay, but this year, initially for the last couple of years, we hired from Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. Okay, this year onwards we are planning to include Tier 3 cities also, okay, in our hiring scale, and we already providing a monthly stipend of up to 1 lakh with us, okay, for people who really have the skill sets which we expect.
So this is fantastic, sir. And I think a lot of IT companies and FinTech companies are doing these hackathons, and you can also research and search for hackathons. Where do they actually apply when they want to apply for such hackathons?
We directly approach colleges. Okay, so we have a platform, in the sense an application or anything, we share the link to them, ask them to apply, and then we will have the interviews on a specified days. Hackathons conducted on a specified days. We have our third-party vendors also who does this, who help us and support us in completing the hackathons.
So for IT or anybody into technology, hackathons would be a very good platform to enter any big company if they want to, right?
Yes, definitely that way.
Awesome. Apart from that, what are the other platforms through which students can actually get in touch with bigger companies for the recruitment? So I want to ask whether platforms like Indeed or Naukri, do they help, or directly coming on the company portals and making an application helps? What exactly helps? Because this is one big question a lot of students do have.
See, for a skilled person, in my perspective, for a skilled person, okay, they can just approach the company directly or whenever they have openings, because a lot of IT services based companies, they hire freshers okay, in a bulk way. Okay, so they hire in bench, they train them, and according to the business model they operate or the client services they have, so they put them in various projects and then they start the work. Okay. You want to?
Yes, you want to have some input in that?
Yeah, I think I can add on a bit here. Internshala or many of such of these platforms where people can really put up their resumes and then look for companies, one. But I think there is no one fit answer. It's like a marriage. So I'm looking for a right partner, and the partner is also looking for a right partner for her. So this marriage has never been an easy thing in our country, because we have both the supply and demand in a 50-50 ratio, or sometimes it's skewed between 60-40 ratio. So there are many techniques students should apply in organizations. Their LinkedIn is one such very powerful platform to go and update everything that's happening around. And tag the organizations. For example, today we have 6 organizations sitting here representing. Go back, update your LinkedIn, talk about this kind of a thing, and then tag people who are there part of it. And so people start liking it, and people start seeing it. So the next time you go for an interview, when somebody goes and looks at your profile in the LinkedIn, they see that which are the organizations or which are the kind of exposure the student has got.
This is a very, very strong insight actually.
The other approach is also very interesting, which has worked. Look for organizations where I don't say this for freshers, but I say it even for the experienced folks that reach out to me saying, for example, my mother keeps sending me her friends' sons' resumes, HR mein kya, acha, resume le lo. So I think it doesn't really work like that. You need to go and look into the website of the organizations that you really are interested to work, and you need to have that real focus. And if you're, for example, working for a FinTech, or if you're working for a manufacturing, or you're working for any other FMCG organizations, look for the companies where opportunities are opening. It might call themselves as a fresher, or it could be saying 0 to 2 years experience, looking for a sales or a front-end sales engineer, so on and so forth. Go and write a very personalized email to the recruiter, or look for who has posted this and go approach that person on LinkedIn and write saying that I am truly interested to work with this organization. I am really looking forward for this particular job that you have posted there. Opportunity there, I am still a fresher, but I can still perform the job that you are looking for. There are many ways, if you want to really get a job in that company, you can get it. The third, it's a jugaad, like how Joel said, is where you reach out to their corporate headquarters which are outside the country. You can link them and ask them where are they really headquartered in, and look for their website and talk and ask the right people in LinkedIn. I am looking for a job and there is no response coming in from the country level. Is there something that you can help me? Can you push me this resume to the right people? Alright, there are many ways that if you really want to get placed, there are many ways to get placed.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this very good insight, sir. And now I would like to ask Mr. Vivek. Now, EduSkill works very closely with universities across India. Where do you think the biggest mismatch exists today between, what colleges teaches and what industry actually expects?
The question is, if I tell about the answer, is actually the skill. The skill gap is very much needed for the student to acquire, and it's both way. First of all, your educators, faculty members who are teaching to the student, they should know what the market is demanding for and how to teach our students. For that reason, actually, first of all, they need to empower themselves for the industrial relevance by availing the industrial relevance training. And in the similar way, industry should know what the industry is looking for and what is our expectations from the student side. Right? So, both should be matched, so that then only one outcome will come. So until unless if we will not understand each other, we cannot expect one good resource from the college. Right? So this is the platform, kind of HR Conclave, get HR to the campus and have a career talk by inviting the people from the industry is the key solutions to interact with the students. That means fear factor जो होता है ना, they need to leave their fear factor. The repetition of the attending this kind of connections with the HR leaders. So it will be the another key factors, because most of they know everything while attending the that means interview. They know everything, but they fail to express, represent themselves, sell to themselves in front of the recruiters. This is the main. But these things actually, how we can eradicate these things, actually we need to work on, and by hosting these kind of activities. So adding to point, I am telling skill is very much necessary. Beyond the academy, we need to explore the what additional skills we have to acquire, how I can boost myself, how I can differentiate myself among all.
Very nice. Let's have a big round of applause for him as well. Now, just for your understanding, when we are saying skills, Munje, I am trying to tell you one thing. Now they are saying that the hiring is not education based, it is skill based. All the time you will be listening to this. Am I right? So when they are saying this, how to interpret it or understand it, just to make you actually understand. Say for example, you are an IT, so you have done BEIT. Okay? In that, try to find one skill set or specialization on which you can work the best. Okay? For example, you have done MCOM, okay? And then you have become expert in account receivable. So you can say, this is my skill. I am expert in account receivable. Okay? In IT, say I am a prompt engineer. That becomes your skill. So you are good with prompt engineering. Okay? If you are in pharma, you develop your one skill. Whether you are good with research, whether you are good with deliverable, so whether you are good with product management, what is your skill? That skill you need to develop. So when they are saying that the hiring happens skill based, you should understand that you can't just say that I am a B engineer or I am a M.Pharm candidate or I am a B.Pharm. That will not be enough. The thing which will really matter is what expertise you are trying to form. Okay, so you have to now pinpoint what expertise you want to go into, what you want to do, and then make internships accordingly, take courses accordingly, which will be an add-on to your resume. Am I right, sir? Yeah? Now, one more thing I want to ask, I'm not very sure, how many of you really work very closely with the recruiters? I think you all work with the recruiters. I want to ask one very important question, which even I have. How much does ATS compliant resume really matter, and does it bring a big gap, really?
Yeah, I'll take that question. ATS resumes are very important because, okay, so let me just put that in a different way, especially when there is a mass hiring happening, right? Or maybe if there are probably 50 positions and if you guys are applying for a job. Nowadays, if you look at all the companies, I mean, they have an ATS, and you have to ensure that your resume has to be compliant. And it's very easy these days. You can just go to ChatGPT, you can just go to any AI and just put in your inputs and get that data. But the important thing over here is, okay, sometimes what happens is we get really impressive resumes, but the moment the candidate comes for an interview, we don't see that skill set. It's in the sense like, I mean, the resume gives a very completely different picture, but when the person comes for an interview, the way the person articulates or the skill sets what is being mentioned there, we don't see that. So it's very important for you to ensure it actually creates a good impression. I totally agree on that. it probably helps you clear maybe the first round of screening. But you need to ensure that the skill set is there. You need to ensure whatever you have learned, you know it thoroughly, and then accordingly you perform in the interview. Because this is something which the recruiters or companies are facing. You get pretty impressive resumes, but the moment you come in, get in touch with the person, it actually becomes very difficult.
How many of you all know what is ATS? Can you just raise hands? How many of you know what is ATS? Yeah, raise hand up like this so that I can see. Yeah? Can you just tell me? It's a very important factor for all of you to know actually. ATS is Application Tracking System. It's a software which is used by all the companies, all the job portals, which tracks your resume. So for example, there is one job posting from any of the companies. There will be thousands of people who will be applying to that. If your resume is not ATS friendly or ATS compliant, it will not go to the recruiter. Even though you have all the skill sets, even though you have all the knowledge, even though you have done all the courses, but if it is not ATS compliant, it will not go to the recruiter. Now what this ATS compliant resume is, you can also Google, there are n number of variables that a ATS system checks. And it is very, very important. People really can't work without it because thousands of applications and it is impossible for any recruiter to manually check all these thousands of resumes. So you have to make sure that your resume is ATS compliant and only then make all the applications. Okay? So I think this is one homework you need to do.
Just to one, and also you have to ensure you... Also, you have to ensure your placement department is aware of it and your resumes are in ATS compliant. I'm sure the team is doing a good job on that, but just
I'm sure the department is aware of it. Yeah.
One information just I am passing over it. The students who are participating in the AICT EduSkills intensives, the students login, there is an option available for resume build. Right? So that resume build option is integrated with the ATS enable. So you just explore that one and build your resume because you are continuously learning the technologies. Those technologies have already been inbuilt and tracking those syntax, and it is suggesting your resume to you to build your resume accordingly. So that how it will be user friendly and track coming under the ATS systems. You can explore all the students, those who are having the login with the EduSkills AICT intensive. You can explore those services.
Okay, to just now conclude, we'll have a short rapid fire. And it is not going to be very fiery like Karan Johar's series, but definitely a little interesting. So we can have one from all of you for that particular rapid fire. Yeah? Can you have the mic, please? So I want one skill every student must learn before graduating.
Jugaad management.
Okay, I want one skill which is overrated in the resumes. So I want to know one skill which is overrated in the resumes.
Everyone knows about AI.
AI. Everybody is knowing about AI. Yeah.
See, the point is, even if you know AI, how to use that wisely. Okay, if you know that, obviously you can access.
Thank you so much. One certificate that actually adds value to the resume.
One certification, irrespective of their background.
Yeah. Or from your background, I mean, whenever you are recruiting.
What I would say is something related to probably soft skills. I mean, I know that's a very generic answer. Can I just probably add a couple of sentences there? Okay, so right now what's happening is, I mean, companies, what we are facing is the candidates who are coming to us, I mean, they are really good in the sense like in terms of technical skills and all that. But what's happening is the moment when it comes to conflict management, when it comes to having those soft conversations, right? We are finding an issue, especially with the Gen Z. So nothing against you guys. The reason the reason why they're getting into that sort of a situation is, I mean, so we had COVID and a lot of these guys have gone through virtual classes and everything was online, right? So somewhere we feel that people's skills are probably lacking a bit. Again, nothing against you guys because the scenario was like that and everything is now virtual. So I think probably a certification, I don't know whether it's already there. Something related to that, if it is there, it's going to really help. Because the future is going to be about that, I mean about soft skills. Because knowledge anybody can access, but those soft skills, right, that empathy, teamwork, conflict management. And if I ask people sitting over here, like in terms of how they fight with each other, I'm pretty sure that most of them will say it will be through messages. Or I don't know whether I can say this, if it is a breakup. Most of these guys, they do a breakup over a message, right? So things are moved virtually, but I think when you work in an organization, when you work as a team, it's very important to have those skills. So I know it wasn't a rapid fire thing, but I just wanted to say that.
Okay, I would like to ask you, what is one habit that they should now form, which will really make them successful?
Can I repeat?
Yeah, one habit that they should form. What one habit they should be able to build to be a successful employee? मतलब एक कोई भी हैबिट आप बताओ जो उन्होंने अभी फॉर्म करनी चाहिए जिससे उनका सक्सेस बढ़े.
ओके, स्टूडेंट ने जो है मल्टीटास्किंग जो स्किल है वो अडेप्ट करने चाहिए खुद को. जैसे अभी फ़िलहाल ये टेक्नोलॉजी का युग अभी फ़िलहाल बहुत वर्स्ट है, अभी तो कंपटीशन भी ज़्यादा है, तो खुद के ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना चाहिए. लाइक AI आया अभी तो चैट GPT है, जैसे सर ने बताया ना कि जुगाड़ होना ज़रूरी है, वो टेक्निक्स खुद ने एडेप्ट करनी चाहिए और मल्टीटास्किंग स्किल आप में खुद होना चाहिए.
One piece of advice you would like to give to the students who are now entering the workforce?
Is to continue your efforts in continuous learning.
Continuous learning, yes, very true, very true. Sir, आपसे भी मुझे वही पूछना है, what is one skill that they should now develop in their last year so that they become employable?
Not one actually, multi skills होना चाहिए, and attitude of learning must be needed.
I would like to ask you one question. If you had to change something in the last year for the IT students, what is that one subject you would like to introduce, or you feel they should be, prioritizing on?
See, I would like to introduce more into problem solving, okay, and also critical thinking in terms of how to approach a problem, okay, with logical thinking as well as how to solve it. Like if you have a puzzle in front of you, okay, how you solve a puzzle, okay, and how you initially think, okay, so what are the steps I can proceed, step 1, step 2, step 3, okay, and then I can finally go and achieve it to solve the puzzle.
So what is one advice you would like to give to the students who are entering the workforce?
See, as we discussed, you should have the multi-skills. So that is one thing. Apart from that, as mentioned, soft skills plays important role. Irrespective of language, irrespective of the domain, you need to communicate with email or internal communication system which works only in English. So reporting has to be proper. So for that, you must know that kind of the English. That is number one. Number two, critical thinking, problem solving skills, you should adopt it. Even if you are not practicing, at least try to attempt to solve one problem a day. Thank you.
Very nice. I think this was really insightful. Let's have a big round of applause for everybody. And to conclude, I will just like to have a closing statement. Thank you all for this distinguished, panel discussion and sharing your valuable insights. If there is one key takeaway from today's discussion, it is this: the future belongs not just to those who have degrees, but to those who continuously upgrade their skills. Technology will continue to evolve, industry will continue to transform.
Madam, there are few questions from student side.
Yeah, sure. Can I just conclude this panel discussion and then we can have questions? We'll take the questions. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anybody is having any question?
Myself Sushant Sabe, and I am studying third year BTech in NTC. So most of the NTC students belong from core background. So as Sir described earlier, AI is replacing jobs and every critical situations. So what would you tell about the replacing of jobs in core and software skills? And how can we tackle that?
AI replacing it.
Yes.
If we understand correctly, your question is more about will AI take away the jobs? Is that the question?
Mostly core jobs, sir. Can it replace it?
Sorry?
Can it replace the core jobs?
Core jobs. What do you mean by core jobs?
Sir, core like electronics, electronics depends in core studies. So.
Right. Okay. So, would you like to take it up?
I think I have an answer for you. Are we Falcon here? So we make cars, Renault, we make cars, so the Duster is coming, and then is it really taking away with the AI coming in? Is it going to take away the people on the shop floor who are doing the jobs of assembling to quality checks, or even for a design, for what we call it as from the design stage, concept free stage to an industrialization stage? There are approximately 6,000 parts which a car has, and these are all done 70% today by humans, 30% is done by the technology. What might happen is it might move to 76% of these jobs which we have already listed in our organization. It will be moved to an AI. What is more important is the guys or the workforce that we will be able to adopt this AI and make it run and have this decision power. What are the prompt, like madam was saying, prompt engineering. If you are able to exactly choose which platform you need to go and put this design, what you want to choose, I think they will survive. For those people who will not understand or decide which one to utilize, they will perish.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rohan Kode. I am from third year CSC department. So my question is, as we can see that there is rapid rise in AI and automation nowadays. So what will be the role of the software engineers after 5 to 10 years? What will be your role?
Okay. Role of software engineers after 5 to 10 years, is it? So before I answer this question, I would like to ask you a question back. What do you think?
Sir, as Vinod sir also mentioned earlier that the accountant job also, there were 7 people working. That job was taken by only 1 people using the AI and automation.
Right. So there lies the answer, half of the answer you have already said. Most of the organizations are going on automation mode where there is a auto code platforms which are already getting into the picture. You don't need to write a code like we used to do the coding right now. So but to write this code, whatever the code that is written has to be verified by the human. So the days are not so far where the first level, entry levels like Falgun was talking about, right? The entry level jobs, the entry level roles will submissive by AI agents. So AI agents will be, led by the second level people who are like humans. So that's how it will
But the number
make
of
over.
jobs will be decreased or
Obviously, that will also give you a trigger of getting more jobs. Like I'll give you a simple example. Probably, when we go back to the, 20 years down the line, there were cameras. How many of you know the cameras? The normal cameras where you have the reel, right? You have the reel, and to take one photograph, we used to think 10 times. And even if you take the photograph, it is not clear. Now look at the current situation of the Gen Z right now. How many photographs we are taking it, right? So we are taking up so many of photographs, but at the same time, did the photography got closed? No, it has evolved. It has evolved and given multiple platforms, right? Through photographies, there are certain other social media platforms, Instagram. You have this, so many tools which are coming in InShot, for example. It is creating your images. So obviously on the same note, the jobs will definitely, get bounced, but at the same time, there are certain jobs will be also displaced in the market.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We are really running short of time. We can have one question from the girls section.
Good morning everyone. My name is Arti Zado. I am CSC third year student. So earlier we talked about soft skills and language. So my question is, if a candidate is having good coding skills, excellent coding skills, but not communication skills, poor communication skills, and another candidate is having moderate coding skills but excellent collaborative skills, leadership qualities, communication skills. So who would you hire and why?
Yeah, Sebastian or Falgun sir?
Who wants to hire her? Okay, yeah.
See, in our office, we have a culture, okay. So when the tech team, as an internal team discussion, we do it in our native language, okay. So whatever language they are comfortable with in terms of expressing their thoughts, okay, in terms of how we can proceed with a new project, okay. So whatever thoughts they wanted to express, okay. So we have the meeting in their own mother tongue, okay. So they can express their thoughts. Okay, so point is, communication you can have, even in your mother tongue you can speak, but you should be able to express your thoughts clearly. Okay, someone who can express the thoughts clearly and able to put those thoughts into workable action and then able to solve it or find a solution for it. Okay, or bring a new product, okay, out of their thoughts. So only those kind of people we look at from our background or from our domain.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more question.
Good afternoon. My name is Payal Bapar and I am from third year Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department. So my question is, do company hire data science role for the freshers, or these roles are only for the experienced professionals?
Do companies hire for data science role, or these roles are only for experienced people? She is doing undergraduation in AI and DS.
So you mean that will the freshers get the data science roles, right? Again, it's a difficult and a tricky question, I would say.
obviously I would say that it will hire the freshers. Freshers will always be there around the market, but probably not at the fresher level, but to the advanced level. So no more A1s, it will be the A2 levels. So you should be upskilling in that position where you need to crack the interviews at the L2 level. So data science is one of the important critical factor in the AI ML division that will continuously grow. Even if you are looking out at the couple of forums at the worldwide, it also says that one of the toppest role of the skill set is big data and analytics, right? So which will not go without the science. So that will still be a kind of a critical role in the market.
A little further thoughts to that is, not only this skill, I think many skills, initially it is very difficult when we go about to say that an aeronautical engineer, or if it is something even for an AI, or initially it is not about that you will get a core job like somebody was saying. I'm going to tell you the psyche of an interviewer when they are interviewing you. So even if you are a data science engineer, you are sitting in an interview and then taking this question. But what is more important is to show that agility and learning ability and saying that today you might hire me as a fresher to do this job. But when there's an opportunity in your company which will of course come, I will be the best fit for you. You should be able to show that confidence in your interview. They will certainly take you.
Okay, just one point I would like to add and it encompasses the entire sector. So whether it is pharma, whether it is IT, whether it is accounting, any of the sectors actually, retail. So one thing you need to understand that when computers had come in market, everybody said computers are going to come, jobs are going to go, but see the kind of industry computer and IT created. See the kind of jobs this sector created. We are on a very brim of start of AI. We started AI 2023-22 and now we are in 25-26. The growth is tremendous and definitely the opportunities are going to blow up. The only thing is you should know what technology to learn, what skills to learn, and you will be sure that there will be a job available for you, there will be some good opportunity available for you. AI is not going to eat away jobs, it's going to create n number of numerous jobs. Because even if whatever jobs we are saying are going to be redundant because of AI, believe me, in next 5 years AI is going to bring up such a big transformation and big industry change that there will be new opportunities and jobs created because of the AI. Now your job is to now make sure that you get upskilled and you try and understand how the future is going to work, what skills you need to develop right now. So there's no need to get scared, it's just that how you're going to adapt and build your skills. I think that is what is important.
It was a wonderful discussion so far. Just as a concluding remark, I will be asking one of the pharma student, one of the management or MCA student to ask the question. This is the very last opportunity. Since we're going to have technical sessions there in the seminar hall, we'll take last 2 questions only.
Hello sir, my name is Rohan Gaikwad. I am 27 batch pass out. I am from CS background. My question is that you know right now there is much of AI slop and all of skilling. Which skill, core technical skill, not communication and all that, core technical skill you will demand from a student from tier 3 who lacks some opportunities, not due to the college but due to the geographical conditions, and you will say, okay, take this skill, excel in it, and you will really have a good career.
The tier 3 cities students, what technical skill he is asking about, technical skills.
No, can you repeat the question? We were not able to hear what was the question.
One technical skill that the students required of tier 3 cities in order to get an employment opportunity. He want to ask about one technical skill that will make him employable, and he, as belongs to the tier 3 cities, he just want to know about the technical skill that he requires to get an employment.
I think every sector is going to have one technical skill which is going to be very important, is how to use AI in that field. This skill you need to develop. What tools are going to be used? you need to develop the skill of tools which are going to be used in your sector. Say for example, you are from pharma, you have to find out the tools which are going to be used as an AI for your sector. If you are from retail, you are going to find out the tools. If you are from HR, you will have to find out the tools and applications which are going to be used as an AI. You will find those tools and everything. And now, as I said in the first session itself, we declared that there is no excuse. So we are not tier 3 people. Now it's a global community. You are competing with somebody who is working remotely. Stop calling yourself tier 3 people. We are as good as somebody who is in Mumbai or Delhi or London also. Okay, language barrier is already gone. We have already said that language is not a barrier. He has already explained how language is not a barrier. So there is no excuse. And there is nothing doing, and there is no saying that we are remote people, tier 3 people. No concept of tier 3 is going to remain in next 5 years. Remember that. You are as good as somebody sitting in London. Only if you have developed those skills. That's it.
Yeah, Mohite sir, can we have one MBA specific question, management specific question?
Good afternoon everyone. I am Satara from MBA First, and my question is, what key competencies MBA student needed to learn in today's competition?
I need the question once again. I'm really sorry.
What key competencies as an MBA student we need to develop in today's generation?
Okay. So more into the business and entrepreneurship, I think the first skill I would say that you should know the industry trends that are happening across the market. What are the shifts that are happening around different financial sectors or the IT sectors, right? You need to keep on budge them, and also along with your networking capability, I think those are the things which will definitely do. Along with plus is adaptability to to accept the change. I think those are the one which will definitely help, and it will only happen with the mind shift change that you will have in yourself. That's all. Anything?
Thank you. I would like to add on one more point. Okay, so you should have an understanding about the business knowledge first. Okay, if you are into HR, okay, or any other fields of management, okay. So understand the business, what's the core business, how it operates, and end-to-end understanding of that. So that will help you to become a good HR or any of the management roles you take.
Yeah, thank you. For IT people and other people also, don't worry about your jobs. In recent past, IT Park has been announced in the Satara city. No, it is not new news. It is old news. So companies will be coming if you are working physically. At the same time, maybe in next couple of months' time, another IT park will be declared in Kolhapur also. So don't worry about the job. As I said, we are feeling shortage of time to carry out the further processing.
I would like to ask 3 rapid fire questions to the students. I know everyone is hungry. Even I am also hungry. I would like to ask 3 questions. First one is, I know for whoever is answering, they'll get these chocolates which are there in my front, right? First question, yeah, dry fruits also. So first question is, we are seeing this HR Conclave and everything, there is a line which says workforce 4.0. What is workforce 4.0? Workforce 4.0. Yes, there's a lady here.
According to me, workforce 4.0 means not about having technical skills, but also having adaptability and learning mindset, which a person always ready to learn new things and adapt the situation around the global happening things, and do the work which will help the business, also the people, to build a good nation or a good company or good business.
Okay, thank you. This question is, the answer that you have said is my next rapid question, and you are close to that. So anyone would like to try Workforce 4.0? You have the chocolate choco caramel waiting for you. Anyone? Did at least anyone, can anyone think about this one, what is Workforce 4.0? Yes, you would like to try?
It is modern tech-driven evolution.
Modern tech-driven evolution. This is also my second five-fact question. Anyone from the boys? Come on, yeah. No one? Anyone? I think panelists, anyone would like to try? Yes. I hope you haven't Googled.
Future of work driven by tech like AI and automation.
Sorry?
Future of work driven by tech like AI and automation and like IoT.
No, I'm sorry. Yes.
We can say that Workforce 4.0 is a type of revolution where humans learn to work with AI, automation and other factors which affect our work and bring the finished product at its best level.
Okay, you are close, so that's why I'm giving. But it is 4.0 is the generation that we are having. We have 4 generations that are going through this categorization of integrating AI in IT and FinTech and all sectors. So we were talking, Falguni was talking about Jugaad, right? So I did not know even if you people have gone through the chat GPT, at least go ahead and do this Jugaad. But any which ways. The second one is intelligent workforce. What is intelligent workforce? And this is related to my first and the lady who has answered this. Intelligent workforce. And I'll give you a clue. Intelligent workforce is in front of me. I don't know what is the front of me. Anyone would like to answer? Anyone can at least give a try. It's fine. No worries. I'm feeling hungry. Already chuve daud rahe hain mere peet mein. Yes, I think there was one lady who has raised the hand. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Intelligent workforce is us, a youth who is actually integrating all these industry 4.0 technologies like AI and other automations in their work in order to automate their tasks and work smartly, not the hard.
Yes, absolutely right. A round of applause for this lady. Please pass on the chocolates to her. Right? Intelligent workforce is the you people who are digitally savvy, very good in the technology and everything. With little mindset shift, you will, get the place in the market. So that's the intelligent workforce. Yeah, thank you.
Arya and Prasad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. After such insightful discussion, it is time for the short break. We will now break for lunch.
Now I request and tell you all that please reassemble after the breakout sharp at 2:15 p.m. after the break for the interactive expert sessions. All the engineering students are requested to gather in Polytechnic Seminar Hall YTC. All the management students are requested to gather at Blue Seminar Hall YTC, and all the pharmacy students are requested to gather at YCP Seminar Hall. Thank you, and I conclude this session. All are requested to come sharp at 2:15 p.m.